Welcome back to our channel, where we bring you the most in-depth and passionate analysis of everything happening in Genoa City. Today is a spectacular day to dive deep into the latest corporate betrayals, shocking legal maneuvers, and bitter rivalries that are tearing our favorite families apart. Grab your favorite beverage, settle in, and let us unpack the explosive drama unfolding right now. The intricate web of corporate espionage and bitter personal vendettas in Genoa City is reaching an absolute boiling point, and at the center of this devastating storm is Kane Ashby. As he attempts to solidify his newfound power as the CEO of Chancellor Industries, a multi-front war is being waged against him in the shadows. The ruthless patriarch of the Newman family, Victor Newman, is orchestrating a masterclass in manipulation, utilizing a deeply compromised Matt Clark as his personal Trojan horse. Simultaneously, the ever-cunning and fiercely vindictive Phyllis Summers is launching her own calculated assault. Armed with a devastating secret from Kane's past that threatens to obliterate not only his professional standing, but his fragile reconciliation with Lily Winters. The convergence of these two powerful enemies guarantees that Kane is walking blindly into a catastrophic trap. In the dark, imposing confines of the Newman Enterprises executive office, Victor Newman is meticulously refining his plot to utterly dismantle Kane Ashby. Victor's fury over Kane's previous involvement in the hostile takeover of his company has not subsided. It has simply transmuted into a cold, calculated strategy for absolute annihilation. In a highly anticipated Thursday episode, viewers will witness Victor summoning Matt Clark to deliver a new, highly specific set of instructions. Victor is not merely asking Matt to observe Kane. He is actively coaching him on the psychological nuances required to infiltrate Kane's inner circle. Victor understands that Kane, a former grifter who has spent years trying to legitimize himself, possesses a fragile ego and a desperate need for validation. Victor instructs Matt to exploit these exact vulnerabilities, teaching him how to mirror Kane's ambitions and present himself as an indispensable, loyal ally in a corporate world where Kane feels entirely surrounded by hostile forces like Devin Winters. The psychological toll this forced espionage is taking on Matt Clark is profound and deeply unsettling. Matt, who is currently grappling with the fragmented remnants of his own dark history and his terrifying amnesia, finds himself trapped in a suffocating nightmare of Victor's making. He is being coerced into playing a dangerous game of deception, fully aware that if he fails to execute Victor's precise instructions, he will face the full, unyielding wrath of the Newman Empire, which likely means spending the rest of his life in a federal penitentiary. Victor's coaching is masterful, detailing exactly what Matt should say, how he should react to Kane's business proposals, and how to seamlessly integrate himself into the daily operations of Chancellor Industries. Victor is essentially weaponizing Matt's vulnerability, turning a broken man into a lethal instrument of corporate destruction aimed directly at Kane's heart. While Victor orchestrates his silent infiltration, a far more vocal and immediately explosive confrontation is taking place across town. The tension between Kane Ashby and Phyllis Summers is about to erupt in a spectacular fashion. Phyllis, riding the exhilarating high of her recent triumphs, orchestrates a tense, highly charged encounter with Kane. The atmosphere crackles with animosity as Phyllis shamelessly gloats about her newest acquisition. In a twisted poetic, vindictive justice, Phyllis reveals that she is the new, undisputed owner of Arabesque, the very company that once served as the cornerstone of Kane's former corporate empire. For Phyllis, this is not merely a business transaction, it is a deeply personal victory lap. She parades her success in front of Kane, ensuring he understands that she has risen from the ashes of her legal troubles to claim a prize that holds immense sentimental and professional value to him. During this bitter face-off, Phyllis's arrogance is palpable. She acts every bit the triumphant conqueror, attributing her success to her brilliant, albeit controversial, deal with Victor Newman. She taunts Kane with the reality that while he is desperately trying to hold onto a position at Chancellor that half the Winters family believes he doesn't deserve, She is actively expanding her portfolio with the remnants of his past successes. Phyllis's gloating is designed to inflict maximum psychological damage, to remind Kane that in the ruthless hierarchy of Genoa City, she is a survivor who always manages to land on her feet, often on the backs of her enemies. She paints a vivid picture of the glorious future she and Lauren Fenmore Baldwin will build with Arabesque, completely dismissing Kane's legacy with the company as a mere footnote in her grand narrative of resurrection. However, Kane Ashby is not one to simply absorb a verbal beating without launching a counteroffensive. Refusing to be cowed by Phyllis's theatrical display of dominance, Kane strikes back with a chillingly accurate assessment of her current situation. He openly expresses his profound doubts about Phyllis's ability to successfully rebuild his former empire, questioning her long-term strategic vision and her volatile temperament. More importantly, Kane delivers a stark, ominous warning about the true nature of the man she has partnered with. He reminds Phyllis that Victor Newman is notoriously treacherous, a man who views allies as temporary conveniences and is entirely capable of betraying her at the 11th hour. Kane warns her that dancing with the devil always comes with a lethal price, and that Victor will inevitably pull the rug out from under her the moment she ceases to be useful to his overarching agenda. Phyllis, blinded by her own hubris and the intoxicating taste of victory, brushes off Kane's dire warnings with a dismissive scoff. She believes she is smart enough to outmaneuver Victor, confident that the leverage she holds will keep the Newman patriarch in check. But Phyllis's bravado during this encounter is merely a smokescreen for a much darker, far more destructive plot she is actively setting into motion. While she enjoys the immediate satisfaction of rubbing arabesque in Kane's face, her true objective is to completely obliterate his life. To achieve this, Phyllis has delved deep into the murky, heavily guarded secrets of Kane's past, unearthing a devastating weapon that threatens to bring him to his knees permanently. In a shocking and ruthless maneuver, Phyllis has tracked down and manipulated a crucial witness from Kane's deeply buried history. This is not merely a disgruntled former employee. This is a ghost from a time when Kane operated outside the boundaries of the law. Long before he assumed the mantle of a respectable corporate executive and a devoted family man, Phyllis has spent considerable resources and utilized her formidable investigative skills to locate this individual. Recognizing that the testimony they possess is the ultimate kryptonite to Kane's carefully constructed life, she is meticulously coaching this witness, preparing to unleash a torrent of shocking, undeniable details regarding Kane's past misconduct actions so severe and morally bankrupt that they cross the line into serious criminal territory. The implications of this witness's impending testimony are nothing short of catastrophic for Kane. The secrets Phyllis is preparing to expose involve severe legal infractions, potentially including fraud, embezzlement, or corporate sabotage from his early days in Genoa City or his mysterious time in Australia. These are not minor indiscretions. They are felony-level offenses that carry the very real threat of significant prison time. Phyllis is not just trying to get Kane fired from Chancellor Industries. She is actively attempting to strip him of his freedom, his dignity, and his future. She is weaponizing the legal system against him, a darkly ironic twist given her own recent, desperate battles to avoid incarceration. By bringing this witness into the light, Phyllis is ensuring that Kane will be forced to fight a grueling, highly public legal battle that will drain his resources and shatter his reputation beyond repair. The most devastating aspect of Phyllis's calculated strike, however, is not the impending legal doom, but the catastrophic personal fallout it will trigger. The shocking details of Kane's past misconduct are things that Lily Winters, the woman he has spent years trying to win back, knows absolutely nothing about. Throughout their tumultuous relationship, Kane has repeatedly promised Lily total transparency, swearing that there are no more lies, no more hidden agendas, and no more ghosts from his past waiting to haunt them. Lily has slowly, agonizingly begun to lower her defenses, allowing herself to believe in the possibility of a renewed, honest future with him. She has defended him against the vicious attacks of her brother, Devon, and the public humiliation orchestrated by Billy Abbott, staking her own reputation on Kane's supposed redemption. When Phyllis unleashes this witness and the horrifying truth of Kane's past crimes is laid bare for all of Genoa City to see, the betrayal Lily will experience will be absolute and final. The revelation that Kane has been harboring yet another massive, foundational lie will completely shatter the fragile trust they have managed to rebuild. Lily will be forced to confront the agonizing reality that the man she loves is fundamentally incapable of honesty. The psychological devastation of realizing she has been played for a fool yet again will be the final nail in the coffin of their romance. Phyllis knows exactly what she is doing. She is not just destroying ACO, she is deliberately breaking Lily's heart as collateral damage in her relentless pursuit of vengeance against Kane. As these dual plots converge, Kane Ashby finds himself entirely surrounded, fighting a war on two distinct fronts without even realizing the full extent of his peril. On one side, he is being subtly undermined by Matt Clark, who is executing Victor Newman's insidious psychological manipulation to gain his trust and sabotage Chancellor Industries from the inside out. On the other side, he is facing total annihilation at the hands of Phyllis Summers, who is holding a ticking time bomb of legal and personal destruction in the form of a ghost from his past. Kane's arrogance in dismissing Phyllis's threats and his blind spot regarding Matt's sudden loyalty will prove to be his ultimate undoing. He is navigating a minefield blindfolded, believing he is finally securing his legacy when, in reality, he is stepping directly into a perfectly orchestrated crossfire. The tragic irony of Kane's situation is profound. In his desperate bid to secure power and prove his worth to the Winters family, he has made himself the ultimate target for the two most ruthless operators in Genoa City. Victor Newman and Phyllis Summers may despise each other, but their simultaneous, independent campaigns to destroy Kane Ashby are creating a perfect storm of devastation. As the legal noose tightens around Kane's neck and the truth of his past threatens to obliterate his future with Lily, the audience is left to witness the agonizing, slow-motion collapse of a man who thought he had finally won. The impending criminal case, the loss of Arabesque, and the inevitable, heartbreaking rejection by Lily will leave Kane with absolutely nothing. In the unforgiving, cutthroat world of the young and the restless, past sins never truly stay buried, and the price of ambition is often paid in total, irreversible ruin.